Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 genderbender anime series, where the protagonist literally and permanently changes from male to female. In these series, the gender change usually occurs due to strange accidents, magic, technology, or experiments, giving rise to highly entertaining comical and romantic situations. At the end of the video, we encourage you to leave your comments and subscribe for more content. Hibiki Amiwa is a young physical education teacher looking for work at a girls' high school. The school principal hates men and does not allow any male teachers there. Needing the salary, Hibiki dresses up as a woman with the help of his landlady, an eccentric old woman, and manages to get into the school by posing as a female teacher. Hibiki is originally a man. His gender change is a technological disguise. He wears a special bra that simulates female breasts and a choker that modifies his voice to sound feminine. This allows him to present himself as Teacher Hibiki with a woman's appearance every time he teaches. The anime explores the contrast between Hibiki's real identity and his feminine appearance, creating comical situations. For example, a student named Fuko falls in love with Professor Hibiki without suspecting that he is actually a man in disguise. In addition, each episode includes absurd inventions by the landlady, such as the voice-changing necklace, to maintain the disguise, with amusing results as Hibiki tries to put an end to sexism at school. Kagami Sakamori is an expert player of an online role-playing game, Arc Earth Online. One day, he uses a magical item and is transported to the real world of the game, but wakes up in the body of his avatar Danbath, a powerful sage, who turns out to be a cute girl. To fit in, Kagami adopts the name Mira and pretends to be Danbath's student in front of the inhabitants of this fantasy world. Kagami was a young adult. The transformation occurs through the magic of the video game. His male consciousness is trapped in Danbath's female body. Thus, Kagami retains his wizard skills, but with the appearance of a girl. This isekai comedy plays on the surprise of seeing a strong adult in a small, innocent body. Mira and Kagami must demonstrate their power without revealing the truth, facing monsters and using their hidden wisdom. Funny moments also arise when other characters, thinking that Mira is a normal girl, do not understand how she can have such magical abilities, which leads to numerous comical misunderstandings. Natsuru Sino is a normal boy who is in love with a classmate named Keed. Suddenly, he receives a magical stuffed animal, Harakiri no Tora, that informs him that he has been chosen to be a Kampfer, a special warrior in an intergalactic battle. Natsuru gains the power to transform into a female fighter at will. Natsuru was a male student. The gender change comes with a mission. When he activates his power with a magic key, he transforms into a Kampfer, a warrior in armor and female clothing. He can switch between his normal form and his female alter ego, Tail Red, using the tiger gear. Upon transforming, Natsuru adopts a more aggressive attitude and gains magical powers in combat. This leads to a lot of romantic humor. For example, Ki did not reciprocate his feelings when he was a boy, but when she sees him in the form of a female fighter, she falls in love with her. Other rival Kampfer girls also appear, leading to fights and jokes about jealousy and personality changes. The anime mixes action with many comical scenes about dressing up as a girl and fighting for an intergalactic cause. Megumi Amatsuka is a 9-year-old boy who saves a stranger and receives a magical book. Unintentionally, a drop of his blood activates a genie that grants wishes. Megumi asks to be the strongest, but the genie misunderstands and turns him into a woman. With a female body, Megumi goes to high school, maintaining his tough boy attitude. Megumi was an aggressive boy. The transformation was magical. When he made his wish, the genie transformed his male body into a female one. Megumi continues to act and behave like a boy inside a teenage girl's body. The comedy arises when Mega-chan, as she is called, acts like a rude boy in a girl's body, confusing everyone at school. For example, her friend Jinzo was shocked to discover that his brusque classmate was his childhood friend transformed. In addition, many jokes focus on keeping the secret, as only her best friend knows her past. The anime mixes unintentional romance with humor about school life. Hazumu Osaragi is a shy boy who confesses his love to his friend Yasuna and is rejected. Discouraged, he climbs Mount Kashima, where a spaceship crashes. Hazuma dies on impact, but the aliens rebuild his body to save him. Due to an error in the resurrection, they revive him as a woman. Hazumu was a teenage boy. The transformation occurs through alien technology. When rebuilding his body, the aliens regenerate him with female sex. Hazumu retains his original mind, but physically lives as a high school girl. From then on, a peculiar love triangle emerges between Hazumu in a girl's body, Yasuna, and another classmate named Tamari. The three must struggle with their feelings, as they are all in love with Hazumu, but are unsure whether to confess now that he is a woman. The anime combines romantic drama and comedy. We see Hazumu adapting to female life, uniforms, classes, friendship, while exploring his new identity, all with a light and humorous tone. Ryu Yamada is a rebellious high school student. Urara Shiraishi is the most studious girl in school. One day, after a supernatural incident, Yamada and Urara switch bodies. He ends up her body and vice versa. From that moment on, they begin a new school year full of adventures as they investigate the mystery of the 7 witches of Sazako High School. Yamada was a boy. The gender change comes from a magical power. When Urara kisses him, her witch powers are activated, causing their bodies to switch. Thus, Yamada lives for a time as a girl inside Urara's body. The body swap leads to many embarrassing and funny situations. Yamada has to pretend to be Urara in front of her friends, studying and behaving like a girl, which leads to comical scenes. In addition, the dynamic leads to romance. They both fall in love while living in each other's skin. Each new which they kiss allows them to switch back or copy powers, adding more supernatural twists to this romantic school comedy. Mihiro Oyama is a reclusive otaku whose life changes radically. One day, he wakes up as a girl. His younger sister Mahari, who is an eccentric scientist, confesses that she transformed him into a woman as part of an experiment. From that moment on, Mihiro must adapt to his new body and attend high school as a female student. Mihiro was a young man. The transformation occurs through science. Mahari alters Mihiro's body to turn him into a woman. Mihiro retains his original personality, but is now physically a teenage girl. The anime focuses on Mihiro's initial awkwardness living as a girl. At first, he doesn't know how to dress like a woman or communicate in a feminine way, which leads to many comical scenes. In addition, old acquaintances do not recognize him, and Mihiro is surprised to learn about makeup, cute clothes, and female social dynamics. All these situations, seen through otaku innocence, produce very funny moments as Mihiro discovers life from the other gender. Soji Mitsuka is a normal boy obsessed with twin tails. Suddenly, Tural, a guardian from another world, appears before him, along with monsters who want the spiritual energy of girls with twin tails. Tural gives him an artifact called Tail Gear that allows him to transform into Tail Red, a heroine with long twin tails and magical powers to protect the Earth. Soji was a high school boy. When he activates the Tail Gear, he becomes Tail Red, a 15-year-old girl with giant pigtails and a combat suit. It's a magical transformation. Soji alternates between his normal form and the female form of a twin-tail warrior at will. In his Tail Red form, Soji acquires an anxious and even flirtatious personality, something unexpected in him. This leads to funny situations. People are surprised to see a boy transform into a girl. His childhood best friend, Aika, becomes jealous when she doesn't know that they are both the same Soji. In general, the humor comes from his passion for pigtails, the exaggeration of his magical powers, and references to Magical Warrior series, all with an absurd and funny touch. Birdie Sefin Altera is a space agent who investigates criminals on Earth. During a mission, she accidentally kills a student named Tsutomu Senkawa. To save him, she merges her body with his using advanced alien technology. From then on, Tsutomu shares Birdie's body. He can appear as a normal boy or take on Birdie's female form while she recovers her energy. Tsutomu was a male high school student. The gender change is science fiction. His consciousness is integrated into Birdie's body. Although he retains his personality, by sharing a body with Birdie, he takes on the appearance of an attractive space agent, i.e., Birdie's female form. The series combines action with gender-bending sitcom comedy. Tsutomu, in Birdie's body, must hide this secret from his friends and family, which leads to funny scenes when he out of nowhere appears as the beautiful Birdie. There is also romantic tension. Birdie falls in love with her space police partner, and Tsutomu receives attention from some girls while transformed as Birdie. The gender contrast provides both comical moments of hidden identity and science fiction battles. Ram Asadome is a young martial artist who, as a child, accidentally fell into a cursed pond in China. Because of this curse, every time Rama gets wet with cold water, he transforms into a red-haired girl. And to become a man again, he needs to get wet with hot water. The anime follows his misadventures as he tries to break this spell amid absurd fights and unwanted suitors. Rama was a normal boy. The gender change is magical/accidental. After falling into the enchanted pond, contact with cold water instantly turns him into a woman, and hot water returns him to a man. Therefore, Rama lives his life alternating between both genders without wanting to. This comedy classic exploits the gender change to create very funny confusion. Rama must deal with his own suitors and rivals in both his male and female forms. For example, his fiancée Akane recognizes him in both states, but many new characters do not recognize him when he transforms. Scenes such as Rama being embarrassed in public when changing or pretending to be someone of the opposite sex are recurrent. In addition, the fact that he fights equally hard in either form adds comical challenges. His rivalry with Ryoga, Yukio, and other warriors leads to fights where hot water is never lacking at the key moment. And that wraps up our top 10. Which gender-bending anime did you find the most entertaining? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more anime content. See you next time!